Hello and thanks for joining us today on Rooster G Racing. This video is going to be showing you the tune of the Mazda Demio XD Touring 15. First up, I'll show you a run I did that was a decent time and got me some pretty good numbers. The track we will be using is Horse Thief Mile number 2. Then I'm going to show you the tune that got me my absolute best time. Then we're going to show you my best run that I was able to accomplish, and I'll break down some pointers that will help you at this track. Here we go. Alright, here we are on the tuning page, and as you can see, the power ratio is set to 100%. The weight reduction ratio is also set to 100%. Traction control is 0. Tires are sports soft, and I don't use any ABS. So I have the brakes set at 0 for this car. Lately I've been having my cars with the brakes set to the rear since I'm still trying to get used to no ABS. But this one, having the brakes set at 0 works really well for me in this car. The ride height, I bumped it down to 516 in the front and 535 in the back. There's no downforce, so this is my solution to basically adding downforce. I was going to change the anti-roll bars, but I just left them, and it's worked out well, so I didn't play with them. Didn't change anything else in the settings for the compression, damping, the angles, anything. Everything was working real well for my style of driving. So we get into the differential. Now the LSD on the other cars I've been driving lately, I've had it set to anywhere between 5 and 9. On the first lap that I just did, that previous one, I did have it set at about 9. I decided to bump it up to 15, and it really helped. It got me the great numbers that you'll see in the next run. The acceleration, yeah, I really jacked this up because I had it quite low. I had it about 15, and now I put it up to 50. It got me really good numbers. The braking sensitivity at 54 all the way at the back, and yeah, that's helped me because I have no ABS. Still getting used to it. Okay, so the top speed. So in the run that you just saw, I had my top speed set at 180. And my first gear was somewhere around 100. Second gear was a little bit higher, and so on. And the final gear was at about 4.190. I did play around with the final gear where I bumped it up to 4.210, and that didn't work. So I decided by lowering my top speed, that really helped me. It also helped me get off the line which I tried in a simulated race here. It was not bogging down as it used to when I had it in first gear at 100. So by putting it down to 58, having my top speed lowered from, what did I have it at? I think I had it at 280 at one point. So by lowering it to 170 and then having these gear ratios set at what you see now, has really helped me out. That's about it. So now we'll show you my best run possible. Now, to break down this last run, let's talk about the main thing about this track. It's a lot of downhill, then uphill, downhill, then uphill. And the turns aren't your normal 90 degrees. They are more like hairpins. So it takes a little bit of figuring out to do. So as we come through the starting section here, we're going uphill. And there are a few kinks on here, and it's important to try to keep the car as straight as possible and not turn into those kinks. Now we're coming downhill, so we got to hit the brakes pretty good to stay tight to this line over here. Now coming uphill, what I did, I figured it out, is that I had to lengthen my second gear, because before I was only getting 75 kilometers an hour. Then I changed it so that I was getting about 87, and that made a difference, especially in this section right here, where you want to keep it going uphill fast and hard as possible. And before, I was at the bottom of third gear just chugging up this hill, and so by lengthening my second gear made a difference. Now this is the part here, it's downhill, and it's really, really important that you actually absolutely trust your handling. Hit that apex as best as can, and don't worry about flying over off the track on the right hand side there. If your handling is good, you're going to stay on the track, and that'll help you keep your speed up, and that's how you finish with a 106.873 on this run. So thank you for watching, and have a great day racing.